Evening.
Hey.
I don't know about you. Was that stuck on the screen?
Yeah, I thought we were going to have one of those technical failure moments then.
No, that's it. Well, I was just sitting there looking at it going, well, it's going backwards and forwards, and I was like, I wonder if that's going out or not.
Come on, Luke, press the button.
Well, the thing is, I was working off the phone, so it's like tiny little thing. Anyway, do you know what? It's now June. Did we actually even do a VWDRCTV in May?
We have Christmas and now it's June. That's what's happened.
Bada bing, bada boom.
That's it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. We're officially like mid-season, aren't we?
We are. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where it's gone. We've only had 2 rounds, but it feels like it's been forever so far.
Does.
It's that massive gap.
Yeah.
Huge gap between spring speed and summer nats. It's been 2 months, hasn't it?
That's it. I mean, that was the whole reason we put drag days in here.
Yeah,
to kind of break the monotony up. Because if we didn't have drag days this weekend, then we wouldn't be doing anything for another month.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. So the people who are not coming, then obviously you've got even longer to wait, and I feel sorry for you guys even more. Right. Let me try and get rid of these ears because it's really being really slow for you. I don't know whether it's my internet or what. Disconnect me ears. Does that still sound?
Leave it all.
See, look, quite a few people in the house. Badger's back. John, the Taco Cat, John Marku, everyone's excited. If you're excited for this weekend, make sure you share this video for us because I'm kind of excited now. You know, it's been a busy few weeks. Door slammers, main event, a little bit of a lull, and now I think we're ready to go for this week for this Thursday.
Yeah. Thursday evening, going to be a pod. Get the car cleaned.
Gleaming.
How on Friday?
Have I actually got to deliver your car? Is your wedge ready? So it's Luke's tow services again.
Yes, please.
Fair enough. I can do that for you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So good evening, all. It's VWDRCTV episode number 15. Last time, if you joined us, it was with Graham Fairhead and Phil, who were both winners at the Spring Speed Nationals. Ed says my audio is terrible. Let's see if I can put my ears back in.
Yeah, your microphone's making a bit of a racket.
Is it? 2 seconds.
We need to get one of those Channel 4 test cards, you know, like with the kid with the blackboard. Just for moments like these.
I'm going to do this for a few weeks, you see. Well, I can hear you. And if I put that on there, does that sound better?
That is a little bit better. Yeah, you were very yeah, like when you got a broken speaker and it's flapping away. It sounded a bit like that.
Well, at least one of us has got to have a shit signal, hasn't it? It has to be completely done. So I'm back now, John. Don't you worry. So as we said, it is Drag Days week. Everyone hopefully is arriving on Thursday from what time, Paul?
From 12 noon until 9 p.m. As
is
per
there
the. I wish I'd done some FAQs. Wouldn't that have been a good idea?
Where do I get my tickets, Paul?
I don't know. Check the FAQs.
No, I don't. I think Abby sent out an FAQ anyway, but if not, everyone will be resent one.
The 2 bits that were posted with the FAQs, as well as the provisional running order, were emailed to everyone who's taken part. So you should have that in your inbox imminently, if not already. I'll I'll check with Abby. So so the FAQs are there just to sort of go through them again quickly if people aren't sure. No tickets on. It's all just names on the gate. Nice and easy. Turn up, tick, in you go. Signing on is as per what you brung. Just bring your normal driving license. You sign the signing office with that. Usual pod rules. Pod safety gear from what you brung. We've all got our own gear, so let's wear it. Let's represent the club properly. Speaking of that, no driving around the pits pissed or burnouts or handbrake turns or anything, because you will get removed from site quickly with the full support of the committee as well. There's no lecky, but you can bring a generator. Happy with that, that's fine. Just be mindful of not having it running at 3 in the morning if people try to sleep. What else we got? Showers will be open, because they will be, and the pod shop should be open as well. Anything else? Oh, catering. Yeah, nothing Thursday night. There's going to be some sort of wagon behind the grandstand.
No, Daniel Brioche is cooking for everyone.
Is he?
I saw that.
What's Dad making?
I think he was doing a smoker or something. I think you had to bring your own meat, but I'm sure I read somewhere he was doing something with food.
Is that the piss, Dan?
He's laughing in the comments. That's all I know. Abby says email going out tomorrow with all final instructions. So there'll be your infrequently read questions that you can not read, probably. There'll be the running order. Now, I've already seen someone ask on the running order that we posted the other day saying when was run what you brung. Obviously, you've got did you do heads up, index 12, and then bracket? I think it was in the class order. And then straight after that, there'll be a little bit of downtime at that point. Run what you brung / testers. Go and hit the track. We will generally, I think we've kind of scheduled it, haven't we? About 45 minutes between rounds, something like
pretty
that.
Much, yeah.
So
it's pretty much It's pretty much a third competition, 2/3 run what you brung. So there is plenty of time. There's going to be absolutely loads of time. Don't worry.
And as before, if you want to go and get extra runs, because let's be honest, there's about 50 of us. Then there's about 15 run what you brungers or testers. Now, obviously, we've given you your scheduled slots to go and run at. If you want to go and get an extra run, you can do so. You can go down and join in the run what you brung. All you have to do is make sure you're back in the lanes for when your class runs, because obviously if you missed a qualifier because you're not in the lane.
Don't miss your slot apart from that, do it like.
Yeah, that's it. So go and get as many runs as you can. So some people like myself, I'll do a run and then park it up because I've got to charge the battery and let it cool down. And I'll be using every minute of turnaround time that I can get. Whereas some people who have got road cars and stuff like that, you can literally hit the track and go straight back down into the lanes and join into the run what you run.
Yeah, it's almost almost.
It says how many qualifiers are scheduled.
In accordance with the FAQ that you read it. Thank you.
What's this FAQ you talk of?
Oh, frequently annoying questions.
You can see why Brian gets really sarcastic on like the day before VW Action. He puts up a really sarcastic FAQ.
There's four qualifiers there. That's four chances to open your nitrous bottle.
So Daniel Boucher says Pro Tree.
Pro Tree. I thought we should be doing sportsman trees. I think. Pretty certain.
No, for index 12 would be a Pro Tree, whereas bracket is obviously on a sportsman ladder. So we're doing a full. We're doing proper shootout, as we said at the AGM. The two heads up classes will be proper heads up, like first meets last, and yada yada.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Because it's a one-off day shootout. The only reason we do it the other way is to kind of make it a bit more for the championship season sort of thing. Whereas we would go heads up on a sportsman ladder just to confuse it a little bit for heads up normal championship round. So, but for drag days,
Well,
we are
a little bit
specifically
about
doing the
it.
heads up. That's it.
Yeah. Someone messaged me the other day asking about that. I say the sportsman, sorry, so it's going to be pro. Ben Lehman says a pro tree means nothing to me. So you speak to Jacob Bailey, he can red light anything.
Does the rule apply for pro tree interview?
Yeah, it's the exact same, Dan. Exact same. It just means the lights change quicker. That's all. In fact, you've got less chance of red lighting in competition because it's so hard to do. It's so quick.
Yeah, that's it. You say that. There's going to be some guessing in there. Louis Skiller, good question. As you can see, rolling along the bottom, who is doing the live stream or will be in the tower? Now, thank you very much to Dave Henderson, aka DH Automotive, who has basically become an extra associate sponsor of the VWDRC and basically put in the pot and paid for the live stream. So the usual box lane team will be doing the live stream. We have Colin Theobald up in the tower all of Friday doing the announcing for the day. So he's excited to do it. We booked him in. So yeah, it's going to be good because obviously, I as much as I'd love to do it, I wanted to be in the race car. So
absolutely.
I mean,
so we've got the whole pod media experience there between box lane and Colin. So it should be good.
Exactly, it should be really good. Now, the only downside is obviously with so little cars, there's going to be a lot of downtime on the live stream. So I'm sure people will be flitting in and out. But what we will try and do is obviously Barney can put times in the corner to say next round of qualifying coming up at so and so time. So while you've got maybe a bit of half an hour downtime where we're going to run, people can watch it all day, or they can literally just go right. Next round of qualifying is at this time. I'll turn it back on at that point.
The nice thing, so it's a reasonably small turnout, but the good thing with that is the timing should be fairly accurate. Unless we get any downtime. So that means you can watch it on live stream, come back in half hour, stuff like that. So it should be quite good.
That's it. Sambo is in the house. He's been working hard, so he might be putting an entry in last minute. Hey.
I believe he is. Hey, Sam. I don't know why I asked that. You can't hear me. Well, you can, but you can't reply.
That's it. He's at the background going, yes, I am.
Is it?
That's it.
Sambo gives it.
Rob. I like this. When we were talking about the small soaker, Rob literally said, "Oh, thanks very much, Mr. Brioche. Saves him a job." No, Rob, you have still got jobs to do. Right, Michael Strachan. Because that's Sam. I'll put that up there. No, Sam again.
Sam.
It doesn't want to choose it.
Michael, your race number is your
basically, Michael, you joined last week, so your membership stuff will not have been sent out because obviously we shall see you at Drag Day. So Abby will basically have your pack as you arrive at Santa Pod Raceway. That will have your membership card in, which will have your membership race number. If I don't know if Darren has done you any stickers for your car. If not, we'll have dialing pens anyway, and we can put the numbers on your car. Nice and easy. Now, obviously, when it comes to qualifying, please make sure everybody has their race numbers on their car. Basically, if you come around for a qualifier and you do not have the race number on your car that is specific for your class, then you obviously your qualifier will not count. Now, for the people who are doing Index 12, obviously you're going to have to write on your window ID 12, and then your normal race number that's on your car is what you'll be using. So just so anyone that's entered into Index 12, it'll be ID and then your race number. The guys up in the tower.
Myself and Abby will be down in the lanes, certainly for Q1, just to make sure everyone's got the right stuff on the car so they get identified correctly.
Plus, we'll be getting there on Thursday, so myself and yourself and any of the other committee guys will be mooching around, just having a look over some of the cars to make sure everyone is good and done. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I've got a message from Russ Weir. Some of you might have heard about Machine 7 today. Some of the flat floor air cooled guys. Machine 7, long term, sort of high quality supplier of various air cooled parts, has folded today, sadly.
I can't
With
believe that.
With various orders still in process. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but there's still people are getting stuff either refunded or sent back. Russ has made a very kind offer. If he can get the stuff, he'll do it at cost to cover people's orders. So if you've lost something because of Machine 7, speak to Russ Weir, Shifting Gear Racing, and Russ will do his best to sort you out with his connections in the air-cooled world. So thank you, Russ.
Nice. I can't believe it's not. I remember reading, I think it was possibly like Total VW magazine back in the 90s when was this car called Homer, the car that he built?
Yeah, Michael Lesh, or Leshe, I can't pronounce it.
Yeah.
I know Michael vaguely. He's just Machine 7 have been just the Volkswagen suppliers as I can remember. So it's a real shame that for whatever reason.
That's it. Luis asked a question there. He said, Jose and Ricardo are only arriving at Friday morning. Are the gates opening at 8 a.m. or any earlier? We've said basically 8 a.m., but essentially it'll be whoever's. I'll have to ask the security guard in the morning and see who's there, because obviously if people arrive, if it's Nigel, if he's happy to let people in, then we'll try and get you in as early as possible. But for the moment, obviously it'll be 8 o'clock, we'll say. Then obviously if you do arrive at 8 o'clock in the morning, you've got to get ready, done, dusted, signed up, and then the lanes ready for Q1 at 9:30. So yeah, I'll find out. I'll try and find out from Nigel. I'm assuming it'll be Nigel, who is the overnight security guard. It's just usually, it depends on what time he changes over with Lorraine in the morning.
Nigel's pretty easy. He's up.
Yeah, that's it. Daniel Hughes says, can we write the race numbers on the cards? It needs to be a proper sticker. Proper sticker is always preferred, but there's no reason why you can't write the race numbers on. Like I said, a number of us have got dial-in pens. So yeah, we can write them on your car quite simply. It's like I said, it's going to be a chilled out day. Don't worry too much.
Guys. Let's just enjoy it without worrying about the ins and outs and stickers and stuff.
No, that's it. Obviously, while we've been away, we should. I wish I had a round of applause thing. They'd be like,
yeah. I mean, Joe Bristow, what a guy, what a car. I was watching that on the stream. It's like, wow, that's incredible. For those who don't know, Joe ran an 8 at Door Slammers, which is just insane. That's something else, isn't it?
The amount of people that were talking about his car after the weekend, just going, I love that car. It's just
crazy,
such a sleeper.
You don't
really notice it.
It's a black Mark III Golf. You think, it's sort of got so old now. It's kind of gone a little bit cool, hasn't it?
Yeah, then, definitely.
You wouldn't have any idea what that car was capable of just looking at it.
That's it.
Ray Bristow single-handedly making Mark III's cool. There's no Keach because you aren't, are you?
I did get a message from Joe straight after Door Slammers, and he said, when are we going to allow non-VW engines into heads-up racing, the normal championship? And I said, well, that is... My answer to him was, that's something that has to be discussed at the AGM, not mid-season. So, obviously, if someone wanted to discuss that, then you have to turn up at the AGM in November /December. I can't remember when it is yet. We've got details of that coming pretty soon, haven't we? Because basically we're doing the dinner and dance.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Joe, if you're watching, and obviously that was something you questioned, and maybe there's other people question. I know Daniel Hughes is in the chat as well. They've obviously got the V8 caddy. They've asked the same question before, but again, it comes down to having to attend the AGM, where we discuss it as a club, and then make decisions from there. We can't just make decisions in the middle of the season for obvious reasons.
It's not fair, people. You can't change the rules. Obviously, this is a one-off. This isn't part of the heads-up competition. This is just a class we've made up for this play.
Yeah.
So we can't just willy nilly rule change mid season. It's not fair on people. So, obviously, always up for discussion.
But definitely, I mean, it would definitely be interesting. I mean, because obviously he was in the final against David Henderson. Now David Henderson is still on a 9 flat. I think it was a 9.06. I think was his best.
He's been
door
taking
slammers. Now,
all the weight out of the car, hasn't he?
all the way out of the car. Well, I know.
He's got no doors, no boot, no bonnet.
Yeah. He's got lightweight panels on order as well, coming for that. So at the moment,
yeah,
he's
just
stripping it down, looking to run
things out like
the 8.
lead.
That's it. I mean, at the start of this, Jacob was a little bit worried. He was like, "I haven't got a chance against all of these cars," and slowly whittling away. And then today, he's actually looking at the list, going, "Actually, it's not that bad." He was like, "I've got a chance. Everyone's got a chance," and I was like, "Yeah, everyone's got a chance."
I've been running heads up since we started it. I've been to every event and done everything with it. And the quickest car has never won, apart from Dave once. It has always been the surprise. Every single time. Remember when Chris Rawlins got through to the final with the Corrado?
Yeah, the crap rider.
Yeah, just because people broke, and that was just. I mean, Chris had that was literally thrown together in a couple of days from scrap. He just bought it in and sent it, and it worked. And that's the thing. If you want to compete in heads up, it's not just a question of going quickest. You've got to go quickest every single time and cut a line, and that's not easy to do. A couple of questions there was from Dan Beans. When was AE done away with? Oh, I don't know, Dan. That was a while back, like a decade more than that. No,
it was more
20 years ago.
Yeah, basically,
20 years ago.
AE was binned off to allow the Outlaw Flat 4 Championship to be made. Obviously, we were kind of forced to consolidate VW Pro and VW AE to create this mega class that we're going to bring all the race cars. So, I mean, yeah.
So Dave's ditched over 60 kilos, according to this. Wow.
I know.
Sort of finger in the air. Salmonella.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing this week. I'm literally just I'm fasting this week.
Well, 50 kilos finger in the air is about a tenth, isn't it? So, come on,
yeah.
Dave. That's going to be 8-9. That's your goal.
And he's changed the tyres as well. He's gone down. He's gone down a size on the tyre, I believe, back to what he was running previously.
Okay, all right. I'm excited for this.
There you go, Jake Ware. What time do the gate shuts on Thursday? 9 p.m.
9 p.m.
So there's a whole 9 hours for you to get into Santa Pond Raceway from 12 noon up until 9 p.m. So yes. Again, what was my lists? I don't know what order these are because I've not entered them in or written anything on. Okay, heads up. So, looking at the list, unfortunately, there was.
Who had to pull out? Grant Parker has had to pull out, hasn't he?
There's 15 on there. Grant Parker's pulled out.
Yeah.
And. Oh, no, he's not even on there. That's all right. So we're down to 14 in heads up because I had a message today from Mike Whitaker with the caddy saying, "Oh no, he is on there." Damn. So Mike Whitaker's on there. Unfortunately, he's at the moment his clutch hasn't returned yet. So he's saying, unfortunately, it looks like he's not going to make it, which is a real shame. Because again, that's
just popping the bottom of the screen from Jake. He's going to enter heads up this evening. Get in.
What's that?
The very last message in the comments. Jake's going to enter heads up.
Lad.
Excellent.
That's it. Again, so as we were saying, it's completely anybody's game in that class. I mean, my dragster's one run away from giving you a tattoo. It's also one run away from blowing up.
Well, yeah, the Lupo's. Well, there's quite a variety of cars. You got dragsters to Ben Mace's completely stop, not mess around with standing road car. which he hasn't touched at all.
Oh no, Luis has just reminded me. Obviously, Jose Late is not in heads up either. He's in Index
No,
12.
that's
Abby's
right.
not
Yeah,
changed
yeah.
that, so don't worry about that. Yeah,
And you
okay.
choose a
Makes it
tattoo
easier
option.
for.
There's an awful lot of. There's a huge amount of. I don't know. Conviction about this
Is that
tattoo
for me?
going
Is
on.
that? I think that's for me, not for you, because obviously we know what you're getting if I happen to win.
Do we
I
know
think that's
what?
aimed.
Is it going to be a sex bug? Is it? Or sex toy? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay with that.
Let's be honest here. Whether I win or not, I'm probably still going to get exactly the same one. We'll have matching ones in Malta.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Right. Here's our testing name. Right. That's you. There's one. There's two Paul Jacksons on there now.
It is.
Essentially, what I've done, I've uploaded the entry list from my phone because the iPad wasn't working. So it's actually, I don't think it is the most up to date one because I know today we had Paula Aitken enter with the Pro Mod.
That's right. Yeah.
Ahmed's entered with the Civic. He's looking for
Rocky's
an
in with
8.
the. Rocky's in with the Joker GTR, isn't he? The Joker,
Yeah,
the Marvel comic
that's it.
green GTR.
That's it. Paul Henschel obviously is coming to continue testing his car. He's trying to badger John Rathbone to bring his along, but at the moment we've had no avail yet. But that would be so cool. Imagine getting Paul Henschel's, Paul Jackson with All Talk, and John Rathbone's car all just doing a bit of run that you run. No, that's it. That's it. Stretch is obviously trying to
put gear.
Yeah.
Nice to see that, man.
Wayne Gill's in. He's doing a bit of testing as well. Phil Swell, he's got the camper van with the Vauxhall Omega engine.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't jump into one of the classes, but it is what it is.
It is.
Index 12. That's quite a tough one to choose, actually.
That really is because there's some. Like Jacob's pretty much there. Ed's got a sandbag, a smidgy bit.
Well, Jacob has run 12s. Ed's been running. Ed's been knocking on. He's been into the 11s. Jamie's been into the 11s. Ollie's been into the 11s. But obviously, if he runs no gas, he's straight back into the 12s. Andy Turner's got his new setup that Chris has done.
He's on low 12s.
Obviously, Jay Turner's unfortunately pulled out because he sold his engine. Graham Freeman, I haven't heard from him yet. Obviously, I'm assuming we've got the unveil at Drag Days for Graham Freeman.
Sicky B, Mark, and
that's it. Jake Fronda, obviously, he's in the Audi TT, putting it into relax mode.
Yeah.
Jake Tippin's got the Skoda, that's been in the 12s. Daniel's been in the 12s. Ben Lomas has been touching on 13s. Bruce Capaz, again, has been in the 11s, but he can dial it back and filters. So all of that is a proper tight class.
I think Index 12 is going to be the closest class on Friday. It's going to be super tight there.
Definitely. I can't remember whether you did how you did it on the list. I'm hoping you put index, heads up, then bracket, then index. So I've got time to get out, squeeze my ass out of the car, and get and watch this.
No, I think I did heads up, index, bracket.
That's it. Ben Lomas says Jamie Lockyer is going to be sandbagging. He is indeed. It's going to. Jamie's got a quick car, so that's going to be quite hard to sandbag into the 12s.
That is. Right, Tom Atkinson in Sports for Me too.
Yeah, exactly that.
Lift the legs.
And then, of course, bracket class, which is looking good. Graham Fairhead knocking on the doors as a 10. Noel's going to be. This is the first time out with Noel's car after he's had it. He had it remapped, didn't he? If I remember, or he's sorted the fueling out.
there's a few people in there who are going to cause some bother. Obviously, it's nice seeing the mix of sportsmen and pro racers in bracket there.
Definitely. Obviously,
very good. So is Carl, James from pro. And you got Ethan, who's always a wild card, ex-junior dragster racer. Morgan, who's just. I'm glad she's not in pro. you stay at pro. Chris Lawrence. I mean, Chris can cut a light, and the car runs consistent, and it always works. He built it. That car's done probably 20,000 miles on the track, just getting all the bits that are going to break fixed. So Chris shouldn't have any problem with reliability. A couple more wild cards in there. That's going to be interesting, bracket.
Yeah, that's it. So I'll say. I mean, I'm not going to ask you anyone who they think is going to win because it's a bit of a club thing. So we'll just leave it there. But I've got my eyes on a few people for the weekend.
Good fun competition. I'm looking forward to. That's why I ended Run With Your Brunk, so I can get to watch all this and then mess around with my car and do a little bit of committee stuff. So.
See, no, you should be in the pro class. You should be in the heads up class.
Oh, I should be, because I'd win hands down. But I didn't want to.
Of course.
Give people a chance, you know. I can still go quick under.
Can you really?
I've done it already.
That's it.
I only tell him every day. And have done for the last 6 months.
Ben Lomas says we should wild card him into heads up. Now that would be down to Jamie. So obviously we're not going to change anyone's class.
Ooh,
if he wanted to change, he's more than welcome to. So with the classes, obviously originally we thought Drag Days was going to be a sellout and we were going to be batting people away. And I don't know what happened. So after it, obviously, when we come to the AGM, we'll kind of discuss it and say what happened and why people didn't enter and why they missed out. Maybe it's just, obviously, we know money's shit at the moment. We also know time is tight. Maybe you can't get the time off work. Because obviously, this was something we wanted to do and bring in kind of every year as a bit of fun and a bit of money making for people. And then obviously it's there to put money in the coffers to build the funds for the next year for the prizes and stuff like that. So we really want to try and keep it going for next year. But obviously it'll be something we have to discuss at the AGM and discuss and just basically see if it's what people want.
Yeah. It's not an inconsiderable amount of work.
No.
That's a good point from Ben there. Fastest index 12 run gets a shot at heads up if there's a buy run. Ooh. We'll have a think about it. Yeah. we'll take that offline and have a chat about that. That could be interesting.
It could be. That's it. But the thing is, obviously, most people are going to be sandbagging in index 12.
Yeah. Just fancy your chances, couldn't you, for both? Qualify well, then give it full beans the next one. See what happens. You could be doing both rounds.
Yeah, that's it. That's going to be the interesting one, isn't it?
We'll have a chat about that.
That's it. We always do. What else on my agenda? Now, of course, because we haven't seen everyone.
Steve, my battery cable should count as a VW. You can still come testing, Steve.
Yeah, man.
It's perfectly fine.
Photo there.
Yeah.
Nice. See, door slammers. Luis is in the comments. Hopefully you're doing well, buddy. Real sad to see what happened to that car. Again, it is a reminder as why we kind of ask for people to fit roll cages. So glad that they did, and Helder did a good job on that cage. Basically, you can see the engine there. If he hadn't have got that roll cage in there, then basically that engine would have been in the footwell. So I'm glad you're doing well. And then again this weekend we had a big crash at Clasters with Steve Durant with a Civic. he's been a good lad. He's always had the safety stuff from the start to the finish. So he went through the finish line doing an 8.9 over 150. The tire basically he's hit a bump. The tires hit the arch and just sent him straight into the field. Barrel rolled about 6 times, but luckily he got out of the car with literally a bruise underneath the arm. So again,
with safety gear, you can have a
yeah,
smash car. You have a smash car that you walk out of, or a smash car that you don't walk out of. And that's that's it as well.
That's it.
Safety. In fact, I'm going to repeat this. Obviously, it is run what you brung rules, and you can just wear a helmet. You can wear a hoodie if you want to, but you've all got. Everyone's competed before has got safety gear. You've all got a suit. You've got gloves. You've got boots. You've all got a helmet. That's wear properly. In fact, it's actually an MSA rule. If you're doing run what you brung, and you've got a license, your car's competed. You're required to wear the gear. So
yeah.
Don't just think, it's just drag days. I shan't bother putting me, I was going in my jeans or whatever. Don't put your suit on, put all the stuff on because it might save your ass.
Amen. That's the main thing. Is obviously, and don't forget because I mean, we've got a mix of cars in all the classes. Say, especially in say heads up. Obviously, my car runs full methanol, so if the worst was ever to happen, sort of thing, you don't want my car near your car if you're not wearing a race suit, which is exactly the reason why.
Methanol car or a t-shirt.
Yeah. Well, that's why all the race classes they were down as basically you're wearing race gear. The guys in run what you brung, then obviously, as Paul said, if you're a seasoned racer, you'll be expected to wear your gear. If you're one of our new guys, then run what you brung rules apply.
I mean, if you haven't raced before, best endeavours, please. We'll have a chat about it. But it's all about staying safe. It is ultimately dangerous. We want everyone to be safe and have a good time doing it. But there's no point cutting corners or just not bothering putting something on that's sat in your van is stupid. So.
No, that's it. Another reminder, obviously, we have the one ambulance on site. So don't go falling around in the pits and hurting yourself because obviously if we require the ambulance in the pits, then racing has to stop.
Yeah.
So don't be getting stung by anything. Don't be falling over, being a dickhead.
Yeah. So we drink 6 beers on 4th Luke's hoverboard.
Yeah. So hoverboard's definitely going to be put away for the day. Definitely.
No bike riders. Just sit quietly. Just sit there and don't touch nothing. No hot liquids.
Yeah, just sit there wrapped up, waiting for your race.
Yeah.
That's it. I like it. Safety first.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Of course, entry is still open as well. So if anyone's sitting there is thinking about entering, as Jake Ware has already put in the comments, he's going to enter this evening. We're not going to turn anyone away.
No.
We've not got enough people in the classes to do any 16-car bump spots. Every class will be all run. So if there's 18 cars in the bracket class, 18 cars will run. If there's 18 cars in Index 12, 18 cars will run. There's no point kicking anyone away. The entries, that was only if we basically went above 32. So if you want to get entered, just enter because everyone's going to run.
Yeah, even you non-VW guys, if you want to come, that's absolutely fun. We've got some bikes. We got the Joker GTR. We've got Paul with the Pro Martins. Yeah, there's quite a little, quite a good spread of people testing. So that's
Ross says, "Do not dislocate your shoulder." No, Mr. Vos is not there. He is not there, so he cannot do this. What a joyous experience that is. So that was Rich Jones who dislocated it the first time, and then it was Andy Vos who dislocated it the second time. Yay! That's my tip for the day. Never jump on someone who is a jiu-jitsu black belt's back when in the middle of the dance tent.
I had no idea Andy Vos was a jiu-jitsu black belt.
No. He uses his belts for different reasons.
Yes, he does. I'm well aware of this.
The worst thing is, my shoulder is still killing. I've got Fat Boy boot camp tomorrow. I've got physio on Wednesday for the shoulder. Then obviously we're racing on Friday, and then I've got Proclamation Day on Monday. So
you're going to get a fight Monday.
The odds of being bounced around on the concrete and my arm popping out again are probably quite good.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to that, but you know, duty is duty.
Well, absolutely.
It's a shame you couldn't get your time off to come and join me.
No, I've got. As you don't know, I'm in the Navy. I'm a instructor with the engineering school at the moment. I've got a new class starting on Monday. So
it's disgraceful. It's not like there's any wars going on or anything.
No naval based ones at the moment.
No,
unfortunately. Every year, Luke invites me to this Proclamation Day. I want to go and drink at 6 a.m. What's that? So I just read some messages there.
I'll put it up in big for you.
Yes, thank you. My 20 bit sport for the club.
He messaged, Dan, you did message me. Literally, I was just trying to save my battery and setting up this, so I will reply to you. He said something about, I can't remember what it was. I clicked on it, but didn't manage to do anything with it. He said, I'm doing a run of leather key rings at the moment, and I have a load of materials and clips left over by the time it's done. If anyone wants a VWDRC, or if you like a load of VWDRC ones, he's made up and donated. We can either make a decent giveaway material or sell events for fundage. Okay, that's very cool. So essentially, they're cool. You probably can't see
it.
I wonder if this will work. You see that? It's just like a leather key ring with a Scirocco on it. And he's saying he can do VWDRC ones. If anyone's interested in that. But yeah, that sounds cool.
Great, thank you. Yeah, appreciate that.
No, my iPad was flat. I don't know why. And I was panicking. It seems to be holding the battery now for some reason. So thank God for that. So essentially that's everything for this Thursday's drag day. Again, if you want to enter any of the classes or run what you've run, it is still open. It will be open until probably until Wednesday night, say, because obviously Abby's got to send an email to Santapod with all the names.
We get a list of pods for the list of names.
Yeah, that's it. So if you are thinking of entering, then please do by Wednesday night. There will be an email coming out tomorrow with all of your final details. So it'll be the running order, it'll be your infrequently read questions, and any other details that we can think of that you may need. Again, the gates are open from 12 o'clock lunchtime Thursday until 9 o'clock in the evening. At the moment, the gates open on Friday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Does that include full names?
If I can get that. So he says, So essentially, what we'll do is Lorraine will have a full list of club members. She will also have associate club members, and she will also have any crew member / spectator tickets that have sold. She will have a name list on there, and basically when you arrive, she will just say, show me your ID, and she'll tick you off. You can come and go as you please if you want. Obviously, some people are staying in a hotel. It's no problem. Again, as always, it is pretty relaxed. We essentially only charge the £15 to basically try and cover some of the costs for the day.
It's cost for security overnight, stuff like that. You need to probably, even if you didn't do any racing at all, it's going to pull overnight. It costs £400. So it's just come with those costs for on-site security. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's it. Now, obviously, security will be hovering around on the Thursday night. But usual thing is, don't be a dick. We are trusted. We get away with having like the bare minimum of stuff because we are trusted as a MUK club. So.
We want to maintain that. So
Definitely.
don't make us put you out. Is the message there? You know, just be good. It'll be fine. It's not hard to behave, is it? Basically, as long as you aren't doing anything daft and driving your car around, you're pretty golden. So,
yeah. It gets embarrassing when I have to act adult and say, "Please don't do that."
Yeah. So it's hard to take from me, Luke.
Especially when we've had a few beers, we come swanning over. Excuse me.
Oi.
You are not acting correct.
Having a good time, lads. Will it be a food truck? Lewis, there's catering on the Friday, mate. Yeah, nothing Thursday night, but there's going to be some catering on there on Friday for you. I'm not sure what it is. Chippies? Is it? Say chippies.
Essentially, it'll be that burger stall that's at the back.
The burger wagon.
Right. So you've got burgers, hot dogs, chips, and the coffee stand will be open as well. Santa Pod shop will be open should you need nitrous refills.
Yeah.
Of course, Mr. Blackett will be there for photos as well. He'll be taking photos. So again, please do support Ian Blackett. As always, he'll probably come around and see if you want to do a deal because I did that last week and I paid more. He signed me up for a deal up front and then just sent me. And here's a good thing. You know, every year when we do SPRC, we get a lanyard. You know the lanyard we get?
Yeah.
The USB?
Mm-hmm.
If you take that to him, he puts all the photos on there. So for years I've been getting these lanyards going, this is wicked. I do nothing with it.
Yeah, I've got a box of
them. box of them, different colours. And then Ian was like, bring that. I just plug it in, download all your photos, bada bing. And I was like,
it's a good idea, yeah.
I was like, so clever. And especially because he keeps doing the slow-mo videos for me as well. So if you want any of the slow-mo videos that are done by Ian, obviously he does them in part of the package. If you've got your lanyard, you just plug it in and then you've got it to put on your computer and use on your social medias and stuff like that. Paula Aitken says, can spectators get in on the day? They can do, but obviously they need a crew/spectator ticket. And ideally, if you could arrange that before Wednesday night, so Abby can send the name over. Obviously, if you do one later, then message me and I'll just send it to Abby and then I'll have to write it on the paper now, won't I? Because obviously Darren would have printed it out. Other than that, I think we're good.
Yeah. That's been little dragnet discussion. Bit different from the norm.
No, that's it. I mean,
answer a few questions there. Obviously, if you have any questions, please feel free to message us. I'd rather you asked beforehand than had trouble on the day. No such thing as a question.
I think Simon Leckie will be there from VW Racing.
Yeah.
I think they're the only ones. I think they're the only guys that have booked in. I think. I'm sure Alice Fairhead will be there taking photos, well. Of course.
Ooh, that reminds me. Is there anybody in the club who's good at detailing or cleaning cars? If you are, can you get in touch with me? I didn't really want to tell anybody, but I've got a photo shoot coming up with the car, and it's horrible. It's a lot of trouble.
Are you doing that this weekend?
Yeah. If anybody is. Sorry?
I thought it was going to Bruce for pain.
I've got no money, mate. The West is swallowing my life. It's not swallowing my house and marriage.
Not to mention, you probably wouldn't have got a response from him.
If anybody has got is a proper good cleaner detailer, it's going to be amazing. Just better than me because I've got a bucket and a sponge. If anyone's good at that sort of thing, can you give me a shout? Obviously, some sort of regulation or whatever. I wouldn't mind looking a bit better than it does because it's
Do you want, well, I'm bringing it to pod. Do you want me just to tow it through the Polish car wash?
yeah, just go through.
On the way in, just go, yeah, mate, can you do front and back for me, please? Do me a deal.
Just get me trailer clean as well.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, if anybody is, I'd appreciate that because I want it to look nice. I've just been absolutely snowed lately. It's kind of
That's it.
if not, it's going to be WD-40.
I've still got plenty of Clean Freaks products in the truck.
Yes, as long as you apply them, that's fine.
Hell no. And the only thing I still use is I still use the Clean Freaks detailer.
Yeah, I've got some
spray and wipe. That's nice and easy. I like that.
I've got some instant detail. I used to use it on the Mark too because I actually used to wash that quite a lot. It was easier to drive. But then just nice and clean. Give it a quick buff, like quick buff up. It looked good, but the loop needs a bit more of a deep clean.
That's it.
Anyway, moving on. Yeah, I think it's time to say wrap up and say night night.
That's it. Well, Luis says enjoy and go watch on Friday. Hopefully, you're going to come and join us, Luis. It'd be good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you, mate.
Now, as usual, I said I wasn't going to do another bloody raffle on European front wheel drive for a long time, but I've had a couple of people message me about roll cages again. So I'm doing a roll cage raffle mainly for safety, motherfuckers. We're going to get you some safety in there. So again, that'll be coming up in the next couple of weeks, I think. James Hand is actually going to get his in the next couple of weeks, I think. So another VWDRC member who's got the Mark II with the 16 valve. He's heading off for a roll cage. So I said if I was going to do something, it'll have to be safety. And after basically Luis's crash and Steve's at the weekend, one extra roll cage out there is always a good thing. Paul's not allowed to enter. Him no.
I've got too many roll cages.
Barry says, when is it? I don't know. It'll be coming up at some point. Oh, that's a reminder. European front wheel drive clothing. If anyone wants anything from the European front wheel drive shop, there will be a code VWDRC. It'll be drag day. And I'll be knocking like 10% off. So if anyone wants to buy themselves a t-shirt or a jumper or a hat, and you can collect it at VWDRC Drag Day, I'll do a promotional code coming up. Well, I don't know where Paul's gone. So yeah, in that case, looks like I'm on my own. See you in a couple of days. Thank you very much for watching as usual. And I haven't got my usual closers because I'm on my phone. So yeah. See you Thursday at Drag Days. Bye-bye.